You're now tuned in to No Slug Podcast, where common sense meets no nonsense, where we unapologetically provide you the tools you need to build a better lifestyle and a stronger foundation. So if you ain't tuned in, then you get tuned up. Keep your head up and your shoulders square. No Slug Podcast to the dirt. So if you ain't tuned in, then you get tuned up. Keep your head up, shoulders square. You're now tuned in to No Slug Podcast, where we unapologetically provide you the tools you need. No Slug Podcast. What up, everyone? Welcome back to the No Slug Podcast, where you come to tune in so you don't get tuned up in life. Today I got one for you. Basically about being 100% true to yourself at all times and basically towards your actions. Before I get too far into it, I want to talk about some goals that we have coming up. I want to try to talk about some topics that are very relatable to like your everyday person before I start getting into stoicism, different disciplines, different actions that you can take that will help you in your daily battles with fighting your everything that you need to fight every day. One thing I really want to bring up with this one is being true to yourself is stop fucking complaining all the time. You got these people out here, everybody's got one, or they know somebody that sits back and they got more problems than, I don't even know how the hell they handle all these problems, but they seem to like draw these problems onto other people's plates. And to me, like when I have a motherfucker like that, you kind of try to help them, but you kind of just start to distance yourself because someone can complain all the goddamn time, have all the problems in the world, and not understand that everybody's got problems. The world isn't as focused on you as you think it is. So everybody's out here making mistakes, right? I think to be true to yourself is really to take your problems, take your issues, and handle them yourself. You know, figure out different routes, different stuff you can go. If it's an emotional thing, if you're acting on emotion, you're really gonna there's times you need to act on emotion, and there's most times you don't act on emotion ever. But if you act on emotion, there's counselors that you can go see. You just have to stop complaining about things you can't change. The things that you can't control, don't let them things control you. That's a huge thing. People try to, like I said, draw these problems on other people thinking that that's going to change. But 90% of the time you sit back and you look and they're really not doing anything to make their day better, make their life better. So it's really just becomes a burden. It becomes a burden on not only you, but I mean, to them, I mean, they got to be overwhelmed as shit. And, you know, sometimes people are overwhelmed, but you are going to be able to control so many things in your life, and there's things that you're not going to be able to control. Dwelling on those things is not good. It's going to hold you back tenfold. You need to stand on 10 toes every day. Keep your head up and your shoulders square. There's so many, like I said, there's so many different disciplines. Before we get too philosophical on this, I wanted to really touch base on certain things that we all deal with every day. You get to like other philosophical people and this has been going on for a long time. I believe all these disciplines need to come back, like being virtuous, you know what I'm saying? These are all disciplines that need to come back, but now there's so many books out there and there's so much information you can go out and get. I'm going to start breaking these things down as these episodes go. So if you've made it this far and you're still listening to me, you know, sit back and listen to some of these topics that I'm going to be bringing up here very soon that are really, really knowledgeable, and they're very, very beneficial. You know, being a good person and all that other stuff is going to be broken down into different topics that will really help you. You know, being the version of yourself to yourself that you want everybody to see is basically it. You know, if you are a strong, mentally focused person, your mind is clear, your mind is free, it's gonna benefit you every day. I mean, you have to start not complaining about these problems, these things that you can't control. Like I said, the world isn't as focused on you as you think that it is, so stop fucking complaining. You know, the internet, all these different platforms, they make people, it makes it very easy for people to sit back and complain. And really what it does is it just gets fucking annoying, you know what I'm saying? People have it way worse than you. People out there are not doing as well. People don't have the mentality that you have, the benefits you have, the resources you have. You know, focus on your intentions and focus on your actions. It's not about, you know, what you have right now. Happiness is not a destination. It accompanies you when you're a virtuous motherfucker. You can't say, oh, I want to be happy, because if you just try to go out and be happy and, you know, solve all these problems that you have, it's really not going to happen right away. If you try to do something like that, it's almost like an unachievable goal. And being the version of yourself is really what you want to show people. And with you sitting back and crying all the time, not putting your fucking big boy, big girl pants on and solving these problems, it's really going to be a burden on everybody else. So, you know, standing up every day, even when you're tired, even when you get broken down, nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? Like, your family's going to care, these people are going to care, but really nobody fucking gives a fuck. You know, you are going to be able to take your intentions and take your actions and, you know, take your different disciplines you have in life and really shape them into the figure that you want, or the person that you want to be. So, like I said, before we get too philosophical into it, and before we get too Nostradamus on your ass, I really want you to sit back, and if you got someone that complains all the time, if you got someone, really distance yourself from them. Start focusing on yourself, start eating better, start clearing your mind of these people that are just toxic, you know. They don't always know what they're doing, so it's really holding you back. And I've had talks on other episodes where, you know, can't everybody go with you? Not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to stand on the path that you're going. So to relieve yourself of these different things is really going to make your mind clear. Don't focus on getting things right away. Focus on the tools that you do have. That way it's going to be easier for you to get the things that you want, right? It's kind of hard to build a house without a hammer, but if you ain't got the hammer, you know, figure out someone that does maybe have a hammer that they can borrow you, or that's, you know, figuratively, but, you know, figure out different tools that you have in your pocket right now that you can use to start building these different disciplines in life. Stoicism is a big thing. I'm a big stoic, and I really believe in this, I don't know, it's an old age talk, and it's something that was around for about 500 some odd years. And we're going to be going through that, like I said. I just think people give too much effort in handing their problems off to somebody else without really going out there and getting it. You know, the putting in the work, the doing the hard shit, going the hard way. It really, like I said, it really gets annoying. There's a thin line between joy and pain, and once you get to this happiness spot in your life, or you get to this point where you feel achieved, you feel like you've accomplished things that you never even thought that you could, the only thing that you're going to keep doing is going up. You know, it's not like you're just going to go backwards. Yeah, life is going to happen. Shit's going to fucking fall into your plate. But the mental focus that you need to have is basically all that you're going to be able to use. I mean, it's not like someone else is going to do it for you. Being 100% all the time, you know, moving forward and not like thinking about somebody else's problems, handling your problems first. It's not, you know, we can go back, we're not going to get political or world problems here, but, you know, I don't believe we should be solving other people's problems until our problems are fucking solved. You know, the United States, we go out and we fucking handle all these other problems, all these other countries, but yeah, we got problems in our own backyard. So, if, you know, think about it like that. Like, are you going to go solve someone else's problems before, like, you got your own problem solved? that shit don't even make fucking sense. So let's just take a step back and realize what the hell that means. People have it way worse. And you remember like when you were eating, like when you were a kid and like you didn't want to eat all your food and your parents always said there's starving kids in Africa that would love to eat that. You know, like think about it, man. Like think about what you have right now. Use those fucking tools and keep building and sculpting a better person. Stop complaining. Get rid of them toxic motherfuckers. There's no use for them in your life. Try to help them. You know, try to say, hey, listen, I'm going to help you to this point, but once you get there, you got to jump, motherfucker. You got to get up. You got to do your own business. It's a topic I see all the time. Sometimes I don't even like to go on the fucking internet because everybody's got a fucking problem. And, you know, it's sad. It's a generational thing. It's the woe is me. It's the toxicity of the whole fucking culture. We need stronger motherfuckers out here, stronger minded people to be able to handle these situations. Show these people, hey man, y'all being fucking weak, dude. You know, get up. I mean, if you got to go see a counselor, you got to like organize your shit, then go and fucking do it, you know. But until you have a mentally clear mind and until you have a focus on your goals, your intentions and actions, you know, think about them too before the next episode comes up. I got a lot of bangers coming up. So think about your people that complain all the time. Think about not complaining and really put these into fucking pursuit. Really put these into motion because really nobody gives a fuck about your problems. So, you know, keep your head up, your shoulders square, keep on the move, keep on the grind. When you're tired, Winston Churchill, one of his most famous quotes is, when you're going through hell, keep going. You know, don't stop now. You know, with that being said, everybody keep your head up, keep your shoulders square.
You're now tuned into No Slug Podcast, where common sense meets no nonsense, where we unapologetically provide you the tools you need to build a better lifestyle and a stronger foundation. So if you ain't tuned in, then you get tuned up. Keep your head up and your shoulders square. No Slug Podcast to the dirt. So if you ain't tuned in, then you get tuned up. Keep your head up, shoulders square. You're now tuned into No Slug Podcast, where we unapologetically provide you the tools you need. No Slug Podcast.